How are you? Have Megan and Ellie been letting you in to have coffee? And cat food and dog food? No? No. Okay. Well, it's not for everyone. Not everyone will let a... No, I know. It's not for everyone. Not everyone will let a duck come in their house just at their will. I did hear something funny, though. I heard that you've been knocking on the door. Yeah. And I heard that it's been pretty early in the morning, and it's been a little bit of a challenge. We'll just say that. You're just gonna have to learn their timeline a little bit different. They don't get up at 6, they're getting up at 8. I know animals get up earlier as the summer goes on. I hear you, and they'll probably adapt to that as well. And I think that you're probably making sure that they actually get up a little bit earlier than they had intentions of. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. This is your home too, I get it. Everyone will adapt. I promise you, everyone will adapt. Can I go back to talking about Donkey Dan and Imogene now? Perhaps? A little bit, please. Is there anything else that you'd like to say? Did you just see that? A giant tree limb literally just fell out of the tree into the pond. Hey friends, I'm at the sanctuary today and it is a sloppy day. We have had well over 5 inches of rain in the last 2 days. And my little Ritzy is here being a loner. Yeah, Buddy and Trixie are now at Longhorn Lester's and Ritzy will probably be there in a few weeks. I got a little bit sad today because normally she's really excited to see me, but she's been living in the house with Megan and Ellie. And when she came out, it wasn't when I first got here. No, it was when Ellie came outside. And it was probably 30 minutes after we were here doing jobs and well, it made me a little bit sad. Because normally she's all like super pumped to come see me, and it's sad, but it's also like a bittersweet because that means that she's very content. And she's staying in the house with them for right now. So in a couple weeks when we get the fencing done at Longhorn Lester's, she'll be making her way over. But I wanted to do a video today as a follow-up to Dan and Imogene. So let's turn the cameras around. So our farriers, Nick and Brittany, have been messaging and saying, can you tell us how Donkey Dan and Imogene are doing? They watched the videos, and of course they lived every bit of it right here in person, and just said that both of them had some pretty decent thrush, and with all the rain that we're getting, they were pretty concerned about them. I reassured them that we're still treating them and that we're not going to stop until things can dry out, but that they were having a fairly good day. Now, hold on. Somebody needs to be in camera. Hi, how are you? Have Megan and Ellie been letting you in to have coffee? And cat food and dog food? No? No. Okay. Well, it's not for everyone. Not everyone will let a... No, I know. It's not for everyone. Not everyone will let a duck come in their house just at their will. I did hear something funny, though. I heard that you've been knocking on the door. Yeah. And I heard that it's been pretty early in the morning, and it's been a little bit of a... challenge. We'll just say that. You're just gonna have to learn their timeline a little bit different. They don't get up at 6, they're getting up at 8. I know animals get up earlier as the summer goes on. I hear you, and they'll probably adapt to that as well. And I think that you're probably making sure that they actually get up a little bit earlier than they had intentions of. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. This is your home too, I get it. Everyone will adapt. I promise you, everyone will adapt. Can I go back to talking about Donkey Dan and Imogene now? Perhaps? A little bit, please. Is there anything else that you'd like to say? No? A little bit? I see your new girl. You know, Deuce is out back sitting on a chicken egg. That makes you happy? Because now you can hang out with a new girl? Okay. Well, good to see you. Good talk. Anyway, so Nick and Brittany have been messaging about Donkey Dan and Imogene and just said to be extra cautious and to watch what's going on with them, because while they have a fresh trim, their thrush was pretty bad, and this moisture isn't going to help anything in any hoof that we have, and to start paying attention to everybody. Now, we kind of knew that about the horses and the donkeys, and have not stopped treating everyone, but at the same time, there's sadly just not a lot that we can do. Now, the barns are dry here, so they have an advantage and can go inside the Littles barn and the original barn, and the concrete behind the barnuminium all is a place for these guys to go, and they choose to, and it's totally fine from that perspective. The things that I'm a little bit concerned about with Imogene is that I feel like she's been getting worn out a lot more lately, and that could just have been the thrush. It could have been the stress of storms coming, all those things. But I just want to keep an eye on her, and that's something that I have Megan and Ellie and Brienne, who's still here, just paying attention to nonstop. Nobody's limping. I just feel like Ima is just slower than normal. And like I said, it could, the storms that we've been having, the amount of rain that we could be having could totally be a PTSD thing in them as well. I just want to pay attention real close and just make sure that we're not missing anything. Speaking of missing something, sir. The other day, Bree and I came out and dyed the pond, and there was a whole lot of dye right here, and I thought, oh, it's gonna rain, I'm just gonna leave it in here. What I didn't realize is it was gonna rain 5.5 inches and literally fill the canoe so much that I'd have to have assistance in flipping it. So yeah, I have to wait for Lester to finish up his chores. We just built a fence out back to allow the cows to come back up to have some shelter during the next 5 days of storms. Baby, I see your new girl. She's beautiful. So that way we can get this put up where it goes. You know, it's always something. I think that it's funny that Lester says, one of these days we're going to spend the whole day at Longhorn Lester's and have Ellie and Megan just take care of I'm a Survivor that day, and we're gonna spend the whole day there. I don't know if you know Lester Morrow, but Lester Morrow has a thing of like can't sit still and doesn't know what the term relax means, because to him, relax is knowing that he did everything that there was to do that day. And I hate to tell you this, but there is always stuff to do at both properties and our lives, and that's probably never going to change. It's not that the animals need fed and water. That's perfectly handled here, but it's like more than that. It's like knowing that you could have done more today because you had more time, and the guilt that comes with like the things that you left for the next day, because you don't know what tomorrow holds. And I don't mean that in like a philosophical way. I mean literally, you don't know if one of the animals is going to be sick tomorrow. You don't know if your kid's going to get sick and you're going to have to go get him from school. You don't know if you're not going to feel well tomorrow. So I find it a little bit funny, and don't tell him I said that he's like, you know, one of these days we're just going to spend the whole day at Longhorn Lester's. Y'all, one of those days is maybe, but for now, there's so much to always do, whether it's an additional, you know, project that to take on, or something, you know, that you could have done better, or that you know, just needs a little bit of TLC or just some more attention, whether it's an animal or a fence or the tractor, the lawnmower, all the things. Like when you have so much to take care of, you have so much more to take care of. And that doesn't mean like just land or animals. I mean like the equipment that we utilize. The things that you kind of put off when you're prioritizing, when you have a whole lot on your plate. I saw you do that little hop skip there. Was that a little stick you stepped on, or was that a real limp? Hi, baby. Hi. Oh, I love you both. How are you feeling? I saw you laying down yesterday a whole lot. Yeah, were you scared because of the rain? How about you, Donkey Dan? So as much as Lester says, Ellie and Megan are are there and we don't have to go. We don't have to go, but there's still a want to go. Never forget that this is what we have built with our hands. Our hands, our blood, our sweat, our tears, our time. And even though maybe one day we may not have to go because we aren't feeling well or because something at Longhorn Lester's needs to be taken care of more in depth than the time allows, the peace of mind is there, but don't think for 1 second that we don't want to be here. This is still very much home. This is still very much a piece of us. And these animals, look, Donkey Dan, are you pulling a Beverly right now and trying to back up to me so I'll scratch your behind? We love them. We love the attention that they crave and that we crave. We love that they come to us the second that we step in the pasture, how they're seeking love. And no matter if they just got it from someone else or not. Similar, I guess, to Ritzy. I know that she's getting love from Megan and Ellie and the kids that are here with Brienne. Did you just see that? A giant tree limb literally just fell out of the tree into the pond. Right here. I thought something huge like a goat was jumping in. No, that was a huge tree limb that just fell right behind me as I'm being all soft and mushy about animals and care. Thank God that nobody was standing underneath that, or that Bree and I weren't in the canoe underneath that. Holy crap. Well, these two are gonna go check it out, I guess. Y'all be careful over there, that was scary. I'm guessing that that was a dead limb that just got extremely waterlogged, and with all the wind that we had in the last 24 hours, that it was probably just dangling there. Gosh, that's scary. Kind of nervous to walk all the way over here. I'm gonna get a little bit closer, but I'm definitely not gonna go hang out underneath that tree. That was wild. Be standing out here during that. Gosh, everything is just so mucky. So mucky. Did you see that, Pablo? That was crazy. That's a big limb. Look at it, it's all the way underwater, and that area there is about 6 foot deep. And it goes all the way, hold on, where's my finger? All the way from there to here. Dang it, that's wild. They're gonna have to get something like the four-wheeler and a rope out there to tie that to get it out of there. Man, that was crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm glad that you aren't hurt, buddy. Anyway, what I was saying is, like, I know that Ritzy is getting attention and getting the space, but I don't think that there's anything like your mom. I don't think there's anything that's like your dad or the people that you know that are part of you. And that's not a dig at anybody at all. I just think that the animals crave us in the same way that we crave them. And it brings me joy to step out in the pasture and for the donkeys to make their way over to me. I don't have any snacks in my hand. I haven't given them snacks in ages. It's not time to feed. I don't have a brush. There's a lot to be said about that. And it's, for me, like, fulfilling. And I know it's the same for Lester. So don't think for 1 second that we aren't doing what fills our souls. That's right, sweet girl. This is soul food. It's therapy. And it is everything. You look so pretty, baby. You look so pretty. Oh, I love you so much. Thanks for coming to see me. I hope you start to feel better. Yeah. I hope you start to feel better. This is funny. Look. And this. We can't forget this. This is everything.